Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our series, Dasher Stories, presented in partnership with DoorDash. On the show, we're featuring students from around the country who are delivering food to you with DoorDash. And on today's episode, we're chatting to Waleed. How's it going?
Oh, it's going amazing here. Quite chilly, but
Good,
amazing.
good. Yes, also very, very chilly here
Yeah.
too. Waleed, tell us about yourself. Where are you based and what are you studying right now?
I'm actually based in Brisbane, quite specifically near the CBD region, and I'm studying a master's in electrical engineering from Griffith University. I'm in my second year starting next month.
Now, Waleed, as well, how long have you been dashing for?
Oh, it's been a year now.
So it's been a year since you started dashing, and why did you decide to start dashing?
Well, I was looking for a job that allows me the flexibility in my time because the nature of my degree was such that I need to do the lab sessions during daytime. And if you know about the engineering, there are quite a lot of lab sessions. So there is a continued presence required in this course. That's why I wanted to start something different. So a friend of mine actually introduced me to DoorDash. So I started doing this from the start. Started it on the scooters, first of all. I rented a scooter and then I started delivering with DoorDash on scooter. Initially, I'll say I didn't make that much progress, but with time, as I got used to the area and the map setting, etc., I got better and started making some really good amount at the end of the week that it helped me cover my rent and helped me get my essentials for the week.
Fantastic. So you said you started on scooter. Is that still your vehicle of choice?
No, no, no. I have actually upgraded to a car now. So, well,
Nice.
thanks to DoorDash, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah. When you started dashing, what was one of the first things that you learned that you found was really valuable?
One of the things that I found amazing about dashing that you usually don't get yourself connected with too many people. With dashing, it allows you the opportunity to meet different kinds of people and experience different kind of situations. And I think that really, really develops you as a person and it really moves you forward.
Now, when you did started dashing, what was it like getting started? Like the process to become a dasher, did you find that pretty easy?
Yeah, it was actually pretty easy compared to other ones. I think it was quite easy. I just needed to rent a bike, and after that, I was good to go. As I said before, it was a bit difficult to adjust to the area and to using the map while riding a bike or scooter, because you have to constantly be aware of your map and be aware of your surroundings, so that you don't find yourself in a mishap or God forbid anything like that. So apart from that, I don't think there is anything else that really creates much of a problem for anyone who starts dashing.
And you mentioned before, because you had a lot of labs and things like that as well,
Yeah,
like, how did you find balancing dashing, like, with your labs and obviously
yeah.
just general life stuff? Did you find it
Yeah.
quite flexible to, like, kind of work around your own personal
Oh
schedule?
yes, that's the only reason I started dashing because and I kept on dashing for that long. Because first of all, I could not make any time to work during the morning rush hours. First of all, it's a lot of traffic during the morning hours. With the study chunk, I was able to manage it pretty well. I usually dashed around 4 hours every day. After four, when I'm actually free from my study stuff. So it made it pretty flexible for me. I think that's the sort of thing I was looking for, and still, that's the only reason I'm doing this because the flexibility is the most important thing because my real goal is obviously the education.
And I was going to say as well, have you personally discovered any good food because you picked up an order from
Yes,
somewhere maybe you
yes,
haven't gone
yes, yes.
before?
Yes, since I have some dietary requirements, like I want to halal food, So you can find a lot of Lebanese food around, a lot of Egyptians, a lot of Arabic food. They are halal. But when it comes down to looking for some ethnic food like Asian food and I mean you can find Indian halal food, but when you're trying to find something Asian like beef broccoli or teriyaki chicken or something like that, it becomes really difficult because the spices they sometimes use they had MSG in it, and it's
Yeah.
actually not halal. So I found this amazing restaurant, a Japanese and Malaysian restaurant. They're actually halal. They were not quite well known, and they usually opened on weekends. And it was the most amazing Asian food I had while I stayed in Brisbane. I'm actually the regular customer nowadays. So whenever I feel like the need to have something amazing during the weekends, I usually visit them. They're a charming husband wife. They're doing business, and that's amazing.
That's great. I love that. What advice, Willie, do you have to others who might be interested in dashing themselves? What advice would you give?
I think the number one advice I would give is don't afraid to communicate if you think that there is a problem. Communicate it. Because if you don't communicate, for example, if there are instructions mentioned by a customer and they are not proper or they are not properly mentioned, communicate with him. Ask him. So that it can sort out in the end and you don't find yourself in some kind of nasty situation. Otherwise, just be confident. There is not a problem at all that you cannot resolve. Um, if you have the confidence, and if you can communicate it properly, anything can be resolved. That's the only thing I would say.
No, that's great advice. No, well, thank you so much for spending your time with me today. And thank you to everyone who has tuned into this episode of Dasher Stories. You can check out more episodes of our Dasher Stories series on YouTube and on your favorite streaming platforms. And you can learn more about becoming a Dasher on our Dash Campus Hub on our website, studentedge.org, for all our articles, videos, and more. Have a great one, Willie.
Thank you, Bianca. You have a great one too.